So, Deshaun Watson wants out of Houston. So, let's get him to Dallas. Well, thanks for watching Numbskull News, and today we're talking about, obviously, Deshaun Watson, and he wants out of Houston. Don't really blame him. Houston sucks. And I don't really care about the reasons why he wants out. Don't care. What Houston lied to him? Well, he's not the first that a major organization lied to one of their players about something they were going to do. But I don't really care. The story of Watson wanting out of Houston, that is starting to pick up some real steam, and people are starting to believe that this could really happen. Personally, I put it about 40% chance, and that is insane. Prospect of an elite young quarterback being traded, that's incredibly stupid for an organization to do. However, Houston's in a pretty bad spot. All right, you're talking about draft. They don't have one. All right, they don't have a first round pick. They don't have a second round pick. They shipped them off to Miami last year. They are capped out, which, what does that mean? The team sucks and they can't afford, and they don't have the draft capital to improve the team. Maybe they get lucky on a third or fourth round pick, but moreover, they're going to suck for a good long time, even with a really special quarterback. And if you think about it, do you really want an unhappy quarterback, a guy who's supposed to be the CEO of your organization? I don't know. Because you're bad right now. It's not going to get any better. I don't care what coach you bring in. There's no magic fairy dust he can throw on this team to make it better. You need draft capital and you need salary cap room, neither of which the Texans have, so they're kind of stuck. They're kind of screwed. This is why I believe there's a legitimate chance that Houston actually trades Deshaun Watson. Of course, the media, they look around at the teams, right? So right now, probably the biggest odds would be the Jets. Okay. So if you're the Jets pretty well suck. Obviously, they have the number 2 pick overall. Their offensive line's bad. Their run game's bad. They got a defense that's not good, but it has the potential. They got a shit ton of picks early on, the first 6 rounds, including two first rounders. So they definitely have the capital to pull off a mega trade to get Deshaun Watson. But if you get Watson, are you kind of stuck in the same situation Houston is? Now, they'll have plenty more cap room to put pieces around Watson, but they won't have the draft capital to do so. They it's a give and take. But for Houston, building for the future, if you're wanting to tear the whole thing back down and start again, okay, it just really sucks because it's hard to find guys like a Deshaun Watson. It just is. Whether it's early in the draft or late in the draft, it's always a crapshoot when you're drafting quarterbacks. If you're Houston, do you do it? Maybe. I mean, if you're going to ship him off, you're basically starting over. That's an option. You got to tear everything down. You hope you get lucky. You got lucky getting Deshaun Watson. You're not going to get Lawrence, who's a clear no-brainer at the number 1 pick, but the Jets don't have the number 1 pick, and I seriously doubt that Houston wants to trade Deshaun Watson to the Jags to get the number 1 pick, because why the hell do you want to have to deal with that quarterback for the next however long, 10 years? You don't. You want to get him outside of your division, at least. You'd rather have him outside of your conference. So speaking of which, there's other people talking about, well, hey, the 49ers, can you imagine, that kid and that organization with that coaching staff? Wow. The problem with that is, the 49ers have a number 12 pick. Do you really want Jimmy Garoppolo back? I mean, that's nowhere near a fair trade. All right, Jimmy Garoppolo is maybe the 18th or 19th best quarterback in the league. He's probably not going to get any better, and he's always hurt. So that doesn't make much sense. And at the number 12 pick, you're not going to get your quarterback of the future. Where's the incentive for Houston to trade Deshaun Watson there? Doesn't make any sense. I'd rather just hold on to him, even if he is pissed and doesn't want to be there. Too bad. You got, 4 more years on this deal? You're going to stay here, partner. But really, I think it's Dallas that can offer the best deal to Houston. Now, you may ask, well, why would we want to do that? We got Dak here. Well, Dak doesn't want to sign a deal. I mean, he wants a Deshaun Watson type contract. The reason I say Dallas should really entertain this and really do it, and as a Dallas Cowboy fan, I'm praying it's a pipe dream, complete pipe dream. All right, this is total fanfare BS, but there's a possibility it can happen if Jerry and if Steven want it to happen. It can happen, and this is why it should happen. Deshaun Watson, number one, he's just a better quarterback. Now there's guys like Tom Downey from the Cowboys Report. I really like that YouTube channel, but one thing I really do disagree. Tom Downey especially is a big Dak homer. All right, he doesn't see any difference between Deshaun Watson and Dak Prescott. Well, there is. He'll use, well, look, they basically got the same win loss record. They've accomplished basically the same. So you're basically trading. You're not getting a better quarterback. You're getting about the same level quarterback. And I say BS. Deshaun Watson's been in a much, much more difficult conference and basically has the same win-loss record as Dak Prescott. On the other hand, why would Houston want to do that? Because Dallas, they only have the 10th pick, so we're not talking about draft capital. This is what I'm talking about. When free agency opens up, Dak Prescott is going to get franchised again. All right, Cowboys are going to tag him again, trying to work out a deal. So that means they can trade him. So here's the package that Dallas could offer that could get them Deshaun Watson, which is the exclusive rights to Dak Prescott. And I would throw in Michael Gallup, because if you're going to be paying a quarterback about $40 million a year, you're not going to be able to afford to re-sign Gallup after this next year. This is his last year of his rookie deal. On top of that, I would add the number 10 pick in this year's draft. A lot of those top 10 picks, they sat out this year. You don't really know what you're getting. The evaluations are going to be all over the place. To me, the number 10 pick overall doesn't have the value that it would normally would. Not to me, and I think anyone with any brain would see that. Why would Dallas do it? Because clearly, like I said before, Deshaun Watson is a better quarterback. You're upgrading your quarterback at the most important position. You're getting a guy who's about that far away from being a truly elite quarterback. You bring him in here, he has Amari Cooper, he has CeeDee Lamb, he has some pretty good tight ends, and with everybody healthy, he's going to have a hell of a lot better offensive line than what he has down there in Houston. And Dallas still has to work on the defense, of course, but at least they still have some draft capital left this year and next year to get that done. So that will, of course, give Houston a major choice. If Dallas chooses to offer that means that, yes, they'll have a downgraded quarterback, but not significantly, not a ton. Dak is still a really good quarterback, 26. He's in his prime. And then you're going to add a weapon in Michael Gallup to really to put next to Fuller. And that'll be a pretty damn good wide receiver tandem for them. And they pick up a first-round pick. Like I said, they have no first, no second rounders. That does give them some ammunition to work on their defense or to spend it on their offensive line. Now, you may say that's a hefty price, but here's the problem. You lock yourself in to Dak Prescott for the same money that Deshaun Watson's getting, and he can't really elevate you. That's a problem. Deshaun Watson can elevate a team. He can put it on his back, and he can go. Now, he can't put a bunch of dog shit on his back and go. But a team that's got a good offensive line, that's a rebuilding defense, no doubt, but definitely a better run game than what Houston offers, and better overall weapons to throw to, you'll see Deshaun Watson take the hell off here. And he can definitely help us win some games, because Deshaun Watson is not the slow starter in games that Dak Prescott is. Dak Prescott's numbers come after they're down by 20, 30 points. Deshaun Watson puts up numbers regardless. And to me, that's a big freaking difference. And I know there's people out there that may say, well, why give him a first round pick? Why not a third or a fourth or something like that? You got to really entice this team, because they don't want to trade Deshaun Watson. They're going to do everything they can to make it work. All right, to try to talk him into loving it here in Houston again. And I know I've made plenty of these videos. It probably sounds like, hey man, anybody but Dak Prescott. I'm just saying anybody making 40 million, making what Dak wants, other than Dak. Because all the other guys making that kind of money, I'd rather have than Dak at that money. Now, if you talk about Dak Prescott at 32 million a year, sign me up. I'll take that all day. But 40? No. I said it once, I'll say it again. Dak Prescott without Amari Cooper sucked. Dak Prescott without Zeke Elliott sucked. Because other players on this team make Dak. He doesn't make other players. And that's the problem. Deshaun Watson made Will Fuller better. I would just love to see what Deshaun Watson can do with this crew. Anyway, it probably won't happen. It probably won't happen. Like I said, it's a ridiculous pipe dream. But damn it, I can dream. Can I? Anyway, I'll be back with some other crap later. Thanks for watching. Bye.